Let's be honest. You already know this deep down. Most compliments a woman receives are like candy. They offer a quick, sugary rush, a fleeting moment of sweetness that's easily digested and forgotten by sunrise. You're beautiful, you have amazing eyes. She hears these phrases endlessly from strangers, from friends, from men who see her but don't truly see her. They are empty calories. They touch the surface but never penetrate the soul. But there is another kind of compliment, one that doesn't just fade. It lands differently, bypassing the polite smile and sinking deep into her consciousness. This isn't the compliment that makes her smile, it's the one that makes her obsess. And the most powerful part? It has nothing to do with her appearance. It's about seeing a part of her that most men are completely blind to, a part she herself may think is invisible. I finally understood this principle the day I saw her. She moved through a quiet bookstore with a reverence for the silence, as if trying not to disturb the dust motes dancing in the afternoon light. She wore a simple, soft brown coat and clutched a worn copy of the bell jar, the first clue to the world behind her eyes. As she read, a subtle crease formed between her brows, a knot of intense concentration. It was the look of a mind actively wrestling with ideas, a mind holding back a universe of thoughts. She wasn't performing for an audience, she was completely absorbed. In a world where everyone is constantly posing, she wasn't trying to be attractive. She wasn't trying at all. That raw authenticity was magnetic. So I approached her and told her the one thing I sensed no one ever had. I met her gaze directly, not looking her up and down, not staring through her, and said, "I can tell your mind doesn't rest easily, and there's something beautifully dangerous about that." She just blinked. There was no flirty smile, no witty comeback. She simply nodded, a slow, deliberate gesture, as if a lock inside her had finally clicked open. It was the silent acknowledgement of someone who had just been seen for the first time, their true self finally witnessed from behind the fortress of politeness, makeup, and carefully curated social media posts. That is the goal. A compliment that doesn't flatter her, but one that completely and utterly disarms her. Here's the fundamental truth most men overlook. The parts of a woman she is secretly most proud of are rarely the ones she puts on display. They are the hidden victories and the silent struggles. It's her overthinking that leads to a brilliant solution. Her rereading a page 3 times because her mind is charting 1,000 courses. Her rewriting a text not from weakness, but from a deep desire to be precise. It's the resilience she shows after a failure no one saw. Compliment that. Tell her, "You feel everything so deeply, don't you?" Say it softly, not as an accusation, but as a shared secret. She is exhausted from being told she's hot. She is waiting to be told she's intense or complex, and that you admire that about her. You would be astonished to know how many women navigate their entire lives having never heard one authentic observation about their inner world. They become masters at sculpting their exterior, perfecting the art of hair, lashes, and filters to create a beautiful statue for the world. But deep down, what they crave is for someone to see them in the dimness, long after the performance is over. They yearn for someone to notice the cracks in the marble, not as flaws, but as proof of a life fully lived. In those vulnerable moments, she isn't looking for a savior. She doesn't want you to rescue her. She wants you to recognize her. There is a profound difference. Rescuing attempts to fix her. Recognizing witnesses her strength. This is where a Stoic mindset excels. He sees without needing to possess. He notices without intruding. He doesn't offer a simple platitude like, "You're so strong." He observes the truth. You've been surviving alone for so long, and somehow you still offer kindness. That's rare. That is the compliment she will obsess over, not because it makes her feel pretty, but because it makes her feel profoundly understood. Her schedule might forget you, her daily life might move on, but her soul will not. It will rewind that moment of recognition like a cherished film reel over and over. Why? Because you saw the part of her that was never built for the spotlight. You might ask, isn't that too intense for something casual? But that's the point. It is never casual when you speak to someone's depths. Even if you walk away forever, you've changed something fundamental. By acknowledging her shadow, you make it impossible for her to settle for men who only see her reflection. You have single-handedly raised her standard for what it means to be seen. Here's a practical example. You're on a date. She's telling you about her job, using the same rehearsed lines she's used a dozen times. Don't just nod and say, "Wow, that's cool." Instead, lean in slightly. Look past the practiced story and say gently, "It sounds like you're carrying more than you're letting on. Most people probably wouldn't notice, but I do." Then be silent. Let it land. You will see it, a flicker in her eyes. It's the shock of a lock being picked that she didn't even know was visible. In that moment, the date is no longer a performance, it's a genuine connection. This is the magic. This is the source of the obsession. The silence she later fills will be filled with thoughts of you, because you didn't just notice her, you studied her with quiet intention. That is the Stoic way, not loud, not desperate, just present. Women don't obsess over a string of words. They obsess over the man who had the courage to see what no one else did. The man who remained calm while looking into her chaos and didn't flinch when she revealed her scars. When she lies in bed that night, replaying the day, the guy who called her sexy will be a faded memory. But the man who said, "I see the way you hold your breath in crowded rooms. You don't trust easily, and I respect that," becomes a thought she can't put down. He didn't flirt with her charm, he engaged with her truth. So here is your challenge. The next time you are with her, refuse the temptation to compliment the obvious. Compliment what she hides. Tell her something that only a deeply attentive soul would recognize. Say, "You think so much, and it's beautiful, even when it hurts you." Or, "You've been silencing your own voice for years just to keep the peace, haven't you?" Then let the observation breathe. Don't rush to fill the silence. You have just given her a gift no man has before. A mirror that doesn't just flatter, but truly reflects. Every other man saw her as a painting to be admired. You saw her as a poem to be understood. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Fragments of Stoicism channel for more Stoic stories every week. A Stoic man doesn't offer compliments to be liked. He offers observations to reveal truth. There are no games, no expectations. It is simply a moment of clarity in a world full of noise. And if she seeks you out again, it won't be for your charm. It will be for the one thing she can no longer live without, the memory that for once, someone finally understood.